Glitches in video games are a complicated thing, something that wasn't intended by the developers, but something that can become a huge part of the game and be a reason that people remember it. I think it's safe to say I love glitches in Mario games. I've done many shorts dedicated to these, but today let's do a little bit of ranking for them. This is my top 5 favorite glitches in Mario games. At number 5, we have the letter glitch from Super Mario Odyssey. I remember when this was first discovered and I had a ton of fun messing around with it. By lining up these letters in a certain way and using the scooter for assistance, we can push them through the boundary made for them and then walk around the streets with them. There really is just so many things you can do with this glitch. You can cheese the jump rope game, enter loading zones in a weird way, clip through buildings, and if clipping out of something, you can even go flying through the air all the way to the edge of the map. Honestly, you could have fun in Metro Kingdom for hours using this glitch, and this is the least game-breaking one on the list. Speaking of, at number 4, we have Gelato Beach Skip in Super Mario Sunshine. Here's one that's a lot more difficult to understand. See, in every episode of Gelato Beach, there's this fruit hut with the episode 8 shine locked inside. And of course, normally it's blocked off before episode 8. But we're not playing normally today. All we gotta do is take a coconut over to the fruit stand, then set up our angle so that we're facing perfectly forward. Then grab the coconut, jump on top, and we have to do this perfect set of movements. Stand on the dark line, drop the coconut, and run into it. Once you're about to fall off the roof, the coconut will clip you inside of it. Once that happens, hover so you can stay clipped inside. Now, if we just slowly move to the middle without clipping out, we can then drop and take the episode 8 shine. The reason this is so game-breaking is because we can get the episode 8 shine in episode 1. So now every episode is unlocked and we barely had to do anything. We can basically just skip the entirety of Gelato Beach. Yeah, I bet all the Sandbird haters are happy about that. The only reason this one isn't any higher is because it can only be used to skip one level in the game. But that same thing cannot be said for number 3, which is the BLJ in Super Mario 64. Come on, if you've never heard of the backwards long jump, are you really a Mario fan? This is one of the oldest and most famous glitches of all time. And honestly, it's pretty simple to understand. If you long jump and then hold the opposite direction, Mario will begin to long jump backwards. And if done into an invisible wall or a staircase, you can chain these together to gain a lot of speed. And because there's no cap on Mario's speed when going backwards, we can essentially just gain an infinite amount of speed and do a bunch of crazy things with it. This can be used to glitch through walls, pass by loading zones, and of course, pass right by the infinite staircase. It's still crazy to think that by using all of these, we can beat Super Mario 64 with 0 stars. I mean, it's insanely difficult, but it can be done. And this is probably one of the things that people remember most about this game. Sadly, it was too broken to be included in the All-Stars version. Now here's another one pretty game-breaking. Number 2 is Cat Momentum in Super Mario 3D World. Now some people might say that this one is not a glitch, but Nintendo did not plan for this, so I'm counting it. Cat diving gives you a lot of speed, but if you cancel the dive just before hitting the ground, and then cat swipe, you can keep this momentum and chain multiple of these together to move super quickly through the game. Pretty much speedrunning the game back in the day just involved learning this technique. And even better, if you transform into a Tanuki suit with this speed, you can then glide with a super jump. This is pretty huge for creating shortcuts in the game, and can also get you out of bounds and create some really weird effects. This painting glitch is truly one of the most absurd images ever, and they definitely did not want this glitch to return in future games, because in Mario Maker 2, they changed the button layout to make something like this much more difficult. And in the Switch version of 3D World, they just changed the speed of the characters to make them faster. This was basically Nintendo saying, hey, if you're gonna speedrun this game, you're gonna move in the way that we want you to. And I'm sure they would have done something similar for this last glitch if they had the chance. Number 1 is the Infinite Flutter in Super Mario Galaxy 2. Thank you, Nintendo, for including Yoshi in the sequel. Not just because he's awesome, but also because this glitch became a thing. See, Yoshi can flutter, and Yoshi can crouch, so if you crouch towards the end of a flutter, it cancels the animation and makes it so you can flutter again, and there is absolutely no limit to how many times you can do this. So anywhere there's Yoshi in the game, you can gain infinite height, and it's not just distance vertically. If you jump the right way, you can also infinite flutter horizontally super fast, although this speed will run out at some point. But still, with enough patience and practice, you can pretty much go anywhere in the galaxy as long as Yoshi is around. And it also made some pretty tough challenges possible to complete, like this one. Remember this one? Anyway, this glitch is easy to learn and adds so much to the game. Anytime Yoshi shows up, you'll be asking yourself, where can I go here that's not intended? Glitches in Mario games are so fun, and really, I could not imagine the series without them. So Nintendo, even if not intended, thank you for making them possible.